Hi guys, it's Pascal here. Just checking in from Watford. Is it Watford or Watford, England? We had a bit of snow this morning. There's snow on the flowers, if you can see them. This is slick snow. It's not compared to what they get in New York. Because I had a friend that came over from New York over the weekend. Now, that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to share with you guys is the 3 steps that you need to take to quit your job in a year. Now, before I go into the 3 steps, there's something very crucial we have to understand when we are setting a goal to quit our job. Now, the first point is you have to know where you're going, which is to quit the job. That's the goal. And the second step is know where you are. Now, knowing where you are is simply understanding the paths that you're in. What you're doing today, is that going to bring you fulfillment in 2 years' time? Is that going to make you, are you going to be excited waking up in the morning doing the same thing over and over again? Will you be able to show your children, be proud and tell your children, this is what I did for the whole of my life? Now, if the answer is no, that means you have to make a shift. Then making a shift, you don't want to go into something that you're going to regret 2 years down the line. You have to look at exactly what you really want. For me, what I did was I looked at all the industries out there, all the business models out there, and I figured out that the only life I wanted to live was the life of an entrepreneur. And the reason being that they use systems to generate income, and they don't waste their time. They spend most of their time doing what they love. So that was basically it for me. So the first step is knowing where you are. Once you know where you are and you know where you're going, that's the first step. Then the second step will be to get yourself a coach. The second step will be identify the industry you want to. So my industry was entrepreneurship, and the business model I wanted to approach was internet marketing, because it has less overhead start. There's no staff required to start up. Very little capital. With less than $300, you can get yourself up and running. And £300. Sorry, dollars. Yeah, with less than $300, you should get yourself up and running, and that's basically it. And the third step is get yourself a coach, because we're after school, we are not being taught to invest in ourselves. We are not being taught to read books after school. We are not being taught to get into personal development, get into things that will improve us personally in our personal life. We spend a lot of money on clothes, cars, literally every material stuff. But when I tell somebody, buy this book or download this book and read it, spend time reading, read this audio book, it's going to help you improve your life. We find it difficult, so that's the challenge. So that's why we need a coach, because why we need a coach is you don't want to make a mistake. If somebody has already walked the path, you can always leverage their experience and avoid those mistakes. Like for me, for example, when my coach started training me, when I was up and running, his numbers in terms of his spreadsheets, in terms of how much he was investing in his business and how much profit he was making, I beat him. Why? He spent more money than me because he taught me what exactly I need to do. Rather than making all the mistakes he made, then I was able to capitalize on his strengths and focus on those things that he was doing, that he was getting right, and I got a better result than him. And that's where the coach comes in, and that's where the mentorship, and someone you can always call on the phone, someone you can write email, someone you can chat with, talk to, like a brother. So that's the three key things that you need if you really want to start a business, or if you really want to quit your job. So those are the 3 steps that I believe is crucial in anyone's journey. Then when it comes to in terms of fear, which is another thing that holds us back, There's something that you have to understand with fear. Fear is always going to be there. Fear, you cannot eliminate fear, because it's part of the human mind. So all we have to do, because what my mentor taught me was, he said, Pascal, fear, there's no point fighting it, because it's always there. All you have to go realize that when you feel that fear, is like a beacon. Fear is like a mark to tell you that's where you need to go. That when you feel fear, when you're scared of feel fear trying to do something, it's trying to tell you that thing you're scared of doing is what you are supposed to do to get the result that you want. So it's always good to notice when you're scared of doing something, and that's where the success is, because what he said is what you're looking for is actually behind the fear. So once you lean into the fear, feel it, embrace it, take the action, the result is just behind it. So that's my take for today. I hope you find some value in it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.